There was nothing, and I mean nothing, that could bar Manly from victory in our next magic memory, however, as they submitted one of the most outstanding performances in the club's proud history. Despite the negative vibes which had surrounded the Sea Eagles over the announcement a few days earlier that star second rower Ronnie Gibbs would be joining the new Gold Coast club at the end of 1987, and the fact that key men like Paul Vaunted, Cliff Lyons, Dale Shearer, Michael O'Connor and Phil Daly were absent against a full-strength Canterbury outfit, Manly produced a devastating 32-2 thrashing. With the Stars away, it was the turn of lesser lights like Martin Meredith, Greg Austin, Ian Gately and Owen Cunningham to step in and nudge the Eagles a step closer to the 1987 title.
Welcome to Brookvale Oval for this number 1 match in the Winfield Cup between Manly Warringah and Canterbury-Bankstown. And Canterbury, with 22 points on the table, are one of the teams that have beaten the Sea Eagles. That was at Belmore on the 5th of April by 18 points to 6. Manly's other 2 losses followed on consecutive weeks. On the 12th of April, South beat them 28-18, and on the 20th of April, they went down to Cronulla by 18 points to 13. And that loss to Cronulla is the last Manly have experienced this year. Today they'll be aiming for their 10th straight win.
Doug, Manly trying to make it 10 in a row. It must give you enormous satisfaction the way the side's been going.
Yes, Graham. The side is playing particularly well, and we've got wonderful harmony in the camp. Sure, this week there was a bit of a disruption, but that's behind us, and we're determined to go on and try and emulate the 1972 side. Particularly, Graham, you may recall that that was our first premiership year, and we won 15 games on the trot, including the grand final.
Des Hasler to feed the scrum. And the penalty goes against Langmack for failing to get away from him. Well, Cochrane gets the ball in his hands. He's just around about the halfway area. Up comes Gately. Gately straight and very, very hard. And here comes a Canterbury player. Bugden's going to be called out and spoken to. A stiff arm, 10 minutes in the tin bin. Moves in now. And as I told you, he did kick the ball dead and kicked the goal as well. So Manly lead by 2 points to 0. Circular run to the blind side. Marty Gurr. Cochrane running sideways. A couple of metres inside his quarter. Onto Ward. Cunningham. Good lock forward work there, coming straight. Gives a dummy half. And the option was there for Cochrane to get the ball, taken nicely by Hagan, back to his own quarter. Hasler, Gibbs, reels with a tackle and a swinging arm, he went underneath, and here's another one. Donnelly will be called out.
Canterbury in danger here of just giving too much away. Silly tackles, Mark Bugden's already in the bin, and you would think that if McCallum was going to be consistent.
Cochrane. That's another 2 points, so Manly 4, Canterbury-Bankstown 0. Scrum feed to Hasler. Out to Martin Meredith, tries a step. No way through there. Gurr. Cunningham. Did very well when brought on last week, or when starting the game last week against Parramatta. Crusher Cleal pushes the man off, goes for a solo sprint, makes a good 15 metres. Martin Meredith stepped, went ahead another 10 metres, working their way back to the halfway line. Marty Gurr. Oh, it could be an error here, a bad error from Manly's point of view. Peter Mortimer's here, he's going to go close to scoring, he scored! That's a penalty, double movement. See that again from the head on. I wasn't aware there was a double movement. See it again.
You're going to hear plenty more about this. The momentum of the tackle. Peter Moore arguing that quite rightly his momentum hadn't been stopped. He nearly finished across the try line. There's his waist on the line for mine. A mistake by the referee, Greg McCallum.
Gately, Hasler, back to Gibbs. Gibbs to Cochrane. Cochrane to Crusher Cleal. Straight through the middle. Still going. Still going. Beautiful run by Crusher Cleal. Gets it away there to Cochrane, I believe. The hooker who's tackled on the quarter line. Kick through. It should be 6 to go. It is. Back to Gately. Gately runs round in a circle, then goes straight over the top of the Canterbury player. There's plenty of action. Hasler running strongly, trying to tear his way through. Got it to Meredith. Meredith on the burst. Came hard and within 3 metres or 4 metres of scoring a try. Can't get to his feet. Now he can. Davies, Hasler, Gibbs. Gibbs turns around, still going. Straight, strong. Oh, yes, is he there? No. It's as close as you need. Martin Meredith, a dummy half. It's going to score, yes! Sheer pressure brought the try, and Manly has come up with great action there.
Mistakes, Canterbury adding to the fact by kicking through the play of the ball ruck and giving them 6 tackles in the lead up to the try.
And he's successful, so Manly now 10. Canterbury-Bankstown 0. Kelly. Greg Whitbread. Plenty of pressure from Canterbury coming. Steve Mortimer out to Langback. Got a pass around the corner to Chris Mortimer. And I think it's been lost in the tackle. Now it's 6 to go. Steve Mortimer. Kelly.
One area where Steve Mortimer often rushes to the dummy half, trying to scoot across the try line to pick up flat runners.
Steve Mortimer. Lamb. Cut out pass out to Whitfield. Whitfield going straight. And a player tackled on suspicion there. Cunningham took Lamb out of the action. Andrew Farah. Steve Mortimer going very close to scoring. Last tackle. And it's a penalty. Stolen the ball. Terry Lamb. Makes no mistake. Manly 10, Canterbury 2. Got 8 metres. Cunningham coming straight. He's busted the first tackle, busted the second, got to the halfway. This young fella is playing like an inspired man. Meredith, Cleal, back to Gibbs. Gibbs sights an opening and goes for a sprint. He's running beautifully, gets it away there to number 4, Greg Austin, and it's a try to Gibbs. It's a try to Gibbs. He started it and finished it. Greg Austin kicked ahead, made the ball go into the in-goal area, and Graham will take it from there.
On the State Bank replay, Manly hit back strongly yet again. Ronnie Gibbs got the ball back inside from Noel Cleal. It was a planned move. Cleal was looking for him. The defence wasn't covering inside there for Canterbury. Greg Austin saw that the chip was on. He tried to match it with pace with Stevie Mortimer. He was there, as he nearly as always is, to cover, but couldn't control the ball there, going astray. He wants a big game after the headlines of this week in joining the Gold Coast Rugby League team for 88. And again, the ball just about here to go astray from Mortimer off his forehead and his hands. And Ronnie gives us too much pace there for Steve O'Brien.
And as straight as an arrow she goes, so Manly Warringah 16, Canterbury 2. What it is, Hasler. He runs straight at the opposition. I'm continually amazed at the apparent amount of punishment this fellow takes in general play and never gives up. That kick is looking suspiciously like it's going to be a beauty, but it failed to roll the last 2 metres. It was brought. You've got a report on O'Brien, David.
Yeah, it's a great tragedy, Rex. They appear that it may be a fracture. It's not dislocated. It's either ligament trouble or fracture, but Larry Britton, their trainer, seems to think that from what he heard from Steve O'Brien, there was a crack and there could well be a break in the arm.
Well, that's desperately bad luck for Canterbury-Bankstown and for the young fella. Hasler out to Greg Austin, scorer of tries. And his very first outing for Manly against Cronulla, he scored 5 tries in the afternoon. Hasler. Martin Meredith steps off his left foot, comes back. He's going sideways at the moment. Lost the ball behind him, picked up by Cochrane. Cochrane trying to get through. Does go regather the ball. It's a sensational bit of football by Cochrane. He was harassed by Mortimer, legitimately, one thinks. Fought him out to Cleel. Cleel's pass was forward. Cleel runs from dummy half, makes about 5 metres. On to Gately, swivels in the tackle. He's got through a lot of work today, Gately. Cochrane. Hasler's finding an opening and has gone straight through it. Picked up by the cover coming across. Crusher Cleel up the blind side. Can't get a pass away. He can to Davis, and Davis has lost the ball in goal. Cochrane. Hasler. Cleel. Gets a pass away up there to Ward. Ward sights an opening, goes straight at hard, held by the jersey. Only about 3 metres away. Close. Crusher Cleel. He's there. Big Crusher has finally done it. He gave himself a bit of an option there. Stood deep, ran onto the ball, got himself in a top gear. Cochrane. They're successful, so Manly now lead by 22 points to 2. He's now running straight at the opposition when he runs the ball back, not attempting to run sideways. Cochrane runs from dummy half, offloads to Cleel. Cleel got a pass away to Choppy, who gets out there to Austin. Austin, oh, submerged in a tackle by Colin Whitfield. Gibbs wants to run from dummy half. He's about 7 metres out. Bugden, Steve Mortimer, Andrew Farah. Can't get a pass away, arms were locked. Gibbs was the tackler. Peter Mortimer, switch in play, out to Lamb. Paul Dixon, last tackle coming up. Terry Lamb, cut out pass to Hagan. The kick's been put behind and hastened over the touch and goal line by Marty Gurr. Lamb, Steve Mortimer puts a grubber in behind the line. It's gone to Marty Gurr. Marty's tackled about 7 metres out from his line. Good probing kick. Bronson from dummy half. Cut out pass to Andrew Farah. Farah's gone through the gap. Taken by Gibbs. No, he's not. Out there to number 9, Greg Whitbread. And he loses the ball in the tackle. Cut out pass out to Cunningham. Cunningham going beautifully. Got a pass away beautifully there to Meredith. Meredith steps out there to Gately. Gately's got a pass there. If he gives it now, it's right. It's a try to Austin. Austin, the centre, number 4, continues his try-scoring feats for Manly Warringah. And that was beautifully timed, the pass from Gately. See that again. Moves in. Oi, it's got away from him. Got away from him. Lamb. Standing in the tackle there, Greg Whitbread. Dixon. Back again to Hagan. Hagan desperately searching for a try. It could be a try too. Is it Terry Lamb? Lamb's gone very, very close. Well, some of the Manly players are still not onside. Well, it's a penalty to Canterbury-Bankstown. Steve Mortimer going for a run. Oh, and it's been knocked on. Dying moments of the game now. Hasler away to Cunningham, a absolute terrier today. Has had a frantic game. Bronson going in where Angels fear to tread in there. Away to Gately. He's tackled about 7 metres outside his quarter. Hasler on to Cleel. Cleel wanted the ball. Got a pass to Close. Close is going well. Gets it away to Hasler. And Hasler's going to score a solo try from a long, long way out. Right underneath the post. That looked to me like a planned move.
Fletcher obviously called for the ball, and Hasler worked in with him. See that one again. It's a beauty. Cochrane kicks the goal, and there's the scoreline. Manly 32, Canterbury 2. And there's the hooter, and the end of a game which has been a nightmare for Canterbury-Bankstown, and an absolute delight for Manly, because all of their replacement players have done a magnificent job without fail. And I suggest that Ron Gibbs will get a round of applause as he comes off. He's given the Manly side everything on this occasion.